Welcome to your favorite Tennessee Titans podcast, Tennessee Titans Weekly. Jacques.
Oh.
What's up, folks? What is going on? What is going down in your town? We here, Jacques. We got to talk training camp, bro. How's everybody doing, by the way, man? Everybody good? Jacques, how you doing, bro?
Man, dog, busy, man. Busy. I got a little football player of my own, man. My son just started Pee Wee, man. So I'm super invested in that. And just, man, work, life, other ventures, man. It's just been busy. I know you the same way, dog. What about you, Hawk? How you feeling, brother? How you feeling, man? Dog?
So busy, man. So busy. Speaking of that, man, I have a child that's getting ready to go to college, man, this weekend. He's moving in, and my oldest daughter's there as well, too. She's at Tennessee State University here in Nashville. My son, she's a sophomore. My oldest son will be a freshman. Same name as me, man. He's going to Alabama A&M down the street in Huntsville, Alabama. So I'm very excited. Man. So busy, man. So busy, dog.
Yes,
and my youngest son is a senior this year. So I got a lot going on. My youngest daughter's in the 5th grade last year, in elementary school. Crazy busy, man. Yeah. So, yep. Yo, what's up, y'all? What's up? What's going on, folks? We got folks in the chat already. What's happening?
Man, what up, Toya?
What's good?
What's up? The official, man. He said, my guys, we back. Yes, sir. We are back.
We back.
Ready for some football. Yes, sir.
Yep.
Man, Cat Nelson, I done started a little bit early, man. Like, football, to me, started in July. Like, that's when football has started for me. So I'm just ready to see some big people football.
Yes, sir. What's up, Ian? What's up, Fred? What's up, Ian Talley in the building? Who we got? Who's this? Oh, Mr. Keep off camera.
Yes, sir.
What's up?
What up, Blaze of Fire?
Blaze
what up, bro?
What's happening?
What up with y'all?
What up?
Man, it's been
What's
a minute,
good,
man.
Y'all? What is happening?
It's been a minute, dog. Been a minute. He said they're back. We back on YouTube, man. We've had content from Bleacher Report, but YouTube, man, we've been a desert, man. It's been a desert, dog.
Yeah. It's off season, you know what I mean? We have a few shows that come through, and you know what I'm saying? I know it's been a little bit, but y'all know how we do, man. When the season's on, we here. You know what I mean? For sure. And then again, y'all can't check us out on Bleacher Report. We are on Bleacher Report for sure.
Yes, sir. Titan South with $2 super chat. He says, welcome back, fellas. I'm excited about Will Levis. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. He said,
Titan South. We appreciate it, Titan South. Let's see. We're looking for the caption. There it is. Hold up. There it is. Titan South.
Boom.
Titan South in the building early. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, what it do,
I am as well. Hey, it's time, you know what I'm saying, for guys to start stepping up, man. And you know what I'm saying? And you know, we have weapons. Hopefully keep everybody healthy, and you know, we'll get it rolling for sure.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. For sure, man. So what up, Titan Thor? Titan Thor in the building.
Titan Thor, what's happening?
I know they want to get to the good part of the show, man. Like, go ahead and knock out some of these questions and answers, my brother, and then we can get to the good favorite part of the show. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What up, Rodney G? AFO? What's up? What's happening? All right. So, Jacques.
Yes, sir.
We are here in training camp. Mini camp, all that's done. The real deal is happening right now. We have the preseason coming up, too, on Saturday against the San Francisco 49ers. I know you'll beat the game. Hey, it's on, bro. It's on, man. So, shout out to everybody getting in the chat as well, too, man. If you have not subscribed to us, do that right now. Team Leader 2010. We see you in the building, man. Hey, Ian, we appreciate you saying that we're glad to be back in the building. We appreciate it, man. So, Jacques, so for what you've seen so far, man, I know normally every year, man, we do get a chance to go to training camp, man, and see it visually, right? Just see everything, man. And to your point earlier, we just hadn't had the chance to go up there. But, we've kept up with everything, right? We see Twitter. We're on a radio station. Like, we know what's going on, right? We follow what's happening. We know what we see, man. So right now, man, give us, what's up, Goku 420? Give us your general thoughts on training camp so far, bro.
My general thoughts on training camp, it's a culture change from the old to the new. That's one. Number two, you see a lot of competitiveness. Man, they're competitive, like real competitive. first on the defensive side and the offensive side. Of course, we'll get into the breakdown of that. But I see the biggest thing, man, is just everybody's competitive. Everybody's competing. It's a new offense, a new defense. I just, man, I think that's my. If I'm gonna have to give my one word, it's they competing, and everybody's competing. And then two, another thing, I know injuries have been a haunting, daunting thing of the past. But usually about this time around training camp, we have like 10 people injured, right? On the injured list, something's going on. I know D Hop is out, but he should be back by the first game. But it's not as many. You do have a couple, but not as many. So I think those are the two things that I've really seen. And again, I want to go into details on our next segment when we get into it. But just my like initial thoughts is that they're competitive. Everybody's competing at a high level, and you have a lot of talent on this team that is making each party get better, right? So that's my, I guess, say one word. What about you, Hulk?
Well, facts, no paper, man. I think one thing that I've seen, man, overall is different. And what I mean is we're not the same team as we were last year in camp. We're a completely different team, right? And when I look at that, that brings something different that we hadn't seen over the last several years. We kind of had a carbon copy of a team over the last several years. You know, with the coaching change, new rookies on here as well, a lot of free agents. That's the thing. It's so many different free agents that we have here that's in camp, right? First of all, you look at, say, players like Calvin Ridley, you know, players that are just not only free agents, but they're making their mark. And you got guys that are, you know, look at our offensive line. Everything looks different. Nothing looks the same. Nothing. So I like the fact that we're bringing players in like Quandre Diggs. We're bringing Jamal. We're bringing a lot of differences within this team. So they're not only competing with each other, they're trying to win spots out there. So yes, we see fights. Yes, we see competition. We see those things. These new guys that are on the team, whether they're rookies, 2-year players, or 8 to 10-year players, these guys are trying to make a mark here in Tennessee because the opportunities are there. They're there. And it's like they're there for the taking if you want it. And so I think these players are really bringing out the best in them. The receiver, DB competition, the O-line, D-line competition is definitely there for sure. But we see a lot of names that we're not familiar with, a lot of numbers that we're familiar with. But if you're just a regular or just a Titan fan that don't just know a lot, you might not know who these players are, which I think is a good thing. A complete culture change, very different than what we're used to, man, for sure.
Oh, for sure, for sure.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
We got cool people in here. Bryce tells what up, bro. We got
What up, Bryce?
Titan South, that dude, man. Hey, we'll definitely get to that segment of the show. But Hawk, I want to transition to the offensive line. I know we built a lot of stock in the offensive line in the offseason by drafting and also bringing in free agents off the streets. From what you saw in training camp so far, what's your thoughts on the offensive line?
I'm gonna be honest with you, Jacques. I'm concerned. I'm concerned of the O-line. I think mostly on the right side. I mean, we had our starting right guard that retired, right? Sadiq Charles retired, right? So, you know, I'm not sure what's going on. He just mentioned that football's not in him anymore as a 25-year-old young guy. It happens, man. Football is a hard sport, right? So, you know, many blessings and, you know, God, you know, continue to bless him in his life as he moves forward. You know, that made Dylan Radunz become the new starter going into it now. Dylan Radunz, it's your time to step up, bro. This is your 4th year here, man. It's time. It's time. The opportunity is there for you. So, you know, when I look at this, I'm looking at the offensive line. You know, we see J.C. Latham, Peter Skoronski, and Cushenberry on the left side. I think they're pretty strong. They still got some work to do. But I think overall right now, the offensive line's got to work on being, you know, having some continuity. Nicholas Petit-Ferrer's now starting at right tackle. You know, he had been out for a while as well, just kind of came back a few days ago. So, again, we're trying to gel as an offensive line group, right? I saw on PFF rankings, like as far as out of the 32 teams going into the season, we're ranked number 28 as far as PFF rankings on offensive line play. I don't think it's a strong suit of our team. I really don't. We need 2 of our bookends. We need J.C. Latham and we need Nicholas Petit-Ferrer to really stand up and stand out. J.C. Latham has done a very good job as a rookie so far, but I really need to see these guys really do something because if the foundation's not there, bro, it's gonna crumble, and we're gonna have. I mean, look at this right here. Let me see if I can find This is Peter Skoronski versus. Now I know it's Jeffrey Simmons, but I'll tell you a little how. All right, not too bad. But then look at T'Vondre Sweat. Look at it. The offensive line, I know it's not full goal, but they're getting pushed around. So again, these are just two clips. There's a lot of playing going on. I'm sure they won some battles, but I want to see more out of our offensive line, man. What about you, Jacques?
I guess I would say it's expected, especially with a new offensive scheme getting put in, new players on the offensive line. Dylan Radunz really ain't played like that, so he's getting used to Nicholas Petit-Ferrer. You got Peter Skoronski and J.C. Latham that's gonna have to get caught up to speed. Our new center. There's a lot of newness, right? And we know the offensive line for them to gel, they have to gel as a unit. I think a lot of people that don't understand football, there's a couple of positions that have to gel as a unit, and offensive line is one of them. Communication is the key with the offensive line. So if you're not practicing technique or anything like that, then that's the problem that comes into play. I'm seeing right now where they're still learning. You got a lot of guys that don't have those reps, specifically those NFL reps. I mean, you got Peter Skoronski. I mean, he's probably about the one that has the most reps, him and Brunskill, but I know Brunskill got hurt last year. So Nicholas Petit-Ferrer's gambling problem happened. So again, this is to me expected. I know when we do, because we're going to do another schedule show, and my just observations from what I've seen from camp and just now, it's totally changed, right? So I expect some type of struggle, and I'm gonna get to the defense here in a minute, but this is expected. I expected this. I didn't expect a change overnight. Yeah, we got some names on the offensive line, but I didn't expect just to happen like that overnight, right? I do expect JC Latham to be an all-pro. I do. I expect him to do some great things because he's the premier, right? He's learning. He picks up things fast. So I can expect him to be a leader and Peter and them. But like you said, that right side is the biggest question mark because Nicholas Petit-Ferrer and Dylan Radunz is y'all show. What can y'all do, right? I heard Nicholas is kind of getting caught up to speed a little bit quickly than last year, but we're going to really see. Hopefully, he can stay healthy. My biggest concern, I think, is the depth of the offensive line and the health. What if somebody gets hurt? What if somebody goes down?
Ooh-wee.
Sadiq Charles is just retired. So now we lose that element of the offensive line. I think that's my biggest concern, not just the fact that they're not gelling together and they're new. But if somebody goes down, we're really in the doghouse then. And then we're back to square one. And you're trying to figure out, hey, how do we get up to speed to get somebody in here that can provide depth? So you might need to go out and look at free agency or maybe talk to somebody for a trade or
Yep.
something. Just something to that standpoint where you can bring in something and be like, okay, hey, we got this element. Let's bring them in. Let's do what we got to do and then go from there. So that's my thoughts on the offensive line.
Gotcha, Jacques. Gotcha, bro. Gotcha. I was thinking that too, man. I think we need to sign maybe a player too for depth. Like our depth is struggling. I totally agree with that. So speaking of the roster itself, Jacques, you and I have talked a lot about the rookies, what I'm saying, on phone calls, texts, and everything, man, and been keeping tabs of all the rookies, that we have right now. So
Mm.
what are your thoughts right now on our rookies? And who do you feel of all of our rookies, who's been the best overall?
Man, thoughts on the rookies, man. I'm gonna go down the list here. And I've heard things. Of course, JC Latham come in. He's come in prepared, man. He's come in to just get better and better and better and better. So I'm very impressed with how fast he's caught up to speed, how fast he's becoming a leader on that offensive line, which we need him to do. Because and another thing, he has that dog. I'm gonna start a common theme here, and y'all heard it here first. We need dogs. We need dogs, not just on defense, but we need dogs on offense. And that's a comparison that I'm seeing right now. The defense has some dogs. The offense is still looking for some dogs. So I feel like JC Latham can be that scrappy dog. T'Vondre Sweat, that Joker is as advertised. He is a dog. That Joker is a beast. And to have the combination of him and Jeffrey Simmons on that defensive line, oh my God. Now, my thing is with him. Please stay healthy. That's my only biggest concern. Please stay freaking healthy. But he's impressed me. It's just how massive he is and how just strong he is. And I think he still, again, needs to get another arsenal in his tool belt when it comes to hand placement, when it comes to getting off your shit and your blocks and everything to get to the quarterback. But other than that, that joker's a dog. Cedric Gray, I haven't really too much heard because Kenneth Murray's been showing out in camp. So he's, if we look at the depth chart, he's like, think maybe the third or fourth
Third,
linebacker. Yeah,
third.
he's
Yep.
third linebacker. So again, he's doing some things. I know they wanted the green dot, but Kenneth Murray came in and Jack Gibbons has come in and kind of said, you know
Yes.
what, step back, rookie, we got this. Do your thing. I think the two biggest people on here that I'm not going to say is a surprise to me, but it might surprise everybody how they've come in is Jarvis Brownlee and Jalen Harrell. I'm going to go with Jalen Harrell first. Again, he reminds me of Harold Landry, but a lot slimmer and quicker. I've heard he's been killing it, man. It's training camp. I want to see it in preseason, but I've heard, man, every time you turn around, they call his name. He's sack. That's what he did at Michigan, man. He was just a tackle for loss sack guy. Jarvis Brownlee is, I think, the most important person in this. Him and J.C. Latham are some of the most important people in this equation because we already have a cornerback down in Wuze. He's already hurt, okay? But Jarvis Brownlee, oh my God. You can see he's been competing with not only Calvin Ridley, D-Hop, Traylon Burks, Kyle Phillips. He has been competitive. Now, the good thing for him, he's lucky enough to go against, it's a blessing and a curse. The curse is you got to go against Calvin Ridley every day at practice, D-Hop every day at practice. Even though people complain about Traylon Burks, he's still a good receiver, right? Kyle Phillips, Tyler Boyd. He's been able to keep up with them and be competitive. He's won one-on-one reps with them as a rookie. So what that tells me is, hey, young man, you tough and you doing your thing. Reps are going to keep getting better and better. So I think he has surprised me. And I think a lot of people the most to be like, okay, hey, I seen it in him when I'm looking at his tape. I'm like, he's aggressive. He's a good man-on-man corner. I just want to see how he does when it comes to competition. So the rookies right now are impressing me. They're what they're expecting. I think you might have one or two like Jaquan Jackson, who's not really been named, if that makes sense. I mean, he's maybe like the third, but I think he's kick return, punt return. They don't have him starting, but he
Nope.
needs to do something because he can be he can be a cut casualty. So that's my thoughts on the rookies. What about you, Hawk?
Facts, no paper, bro. And we said during the draft show, the one consistent theme of these rookies is aggression. All of them are aggressive, all of them. And they're showing that on the field. And I think because of that, it has made the team better. And even shockingly, like, man, these guys are aggressive. To your point about Brownlee, you see him on the field, especially with the no wristbands and no gloves. He said, I don't need to wear nothing out here. I'm out here to prove a point. Until I get to where I want to, then I'll start putting on accessories. I think that's a great mindset, right? That's a dog mentality. That man competes, man. Jarvis Brownlee's out there competing. J.C. Latham is competing. T'Vondre Sweat, of all the rookies that I've seen so far, for me, has been my favorite rookie. I think T'Vondre Sweat down the road. Okay, just like I said during the draft show, people can say whatever they want to about T'Vondre Sweat. Cool, fine. I'm real big on accolades. Okay, like I think they speak for themselves. Let's not forget that he was the Outland Trophy winner. Oh, what is the Outland Trophy winner, you ask? The best lineman in the nation. That goes for offense and defensive linemen. First team All-American. First team All-Conference. This guy was unbelievable. He's showing that right now on the field. He is the biggest difference maker right now of the rookies. I'd say probably the second, maybe number two, maybe behind Calvin Ridley, that I've seen make big moves on the team. I'm not only comparing him to the rookies, I'm comparing him to the squad. He's going to be a starter. Him and J.C. Latham are automatic starters. He's going to be a problem. He makes Jeffrey Simmons look like a basketball player. That's how big this guy is. T'Vondre, all I ask is stay in shape, bro. Stay in shape. And then I will tell y'all this too. I don't know if y'all feel me on this, but I feel like, to Jeffrey Simmons' point in, speaking out to the media, there's a lot of media for the Titans that's negative. It's negative. It's like no one is. And so I hear a lot about T'Vondre Sweat, his past and all. Look, man, he's here. T'Vondre, ball out, bro. He's going to be on the field. J.C. Latham's going to be on the field. Jarvis Brownlee's going to be on the field. Those three guys are going to be on the field ready to go. Jalen Harrell is my other surprise. This guy here led Michigan in sacks. The national champion, the best defense in the nation, he led them in sacks. So that tells you what he's about. A pure sack guy. With Arden Key being out, and again, Arden Key and Danico from Danico Autry, they must know the same people because they both got busted at the same time on drugs. But Jalen Harrell could really come up and play as well and get a lot of playing time on the outside. He's a sack machine. I really like our rookies. I've not heard a lot about James Williams, who's moved to linebacker. Jaquan Jackson right now isn't starting to kickoff a punt returner right now. Getting some play at receiver, but not a lot. He's got to learn. Same for Cedric Gray as well. So the rookies are aggressive, but I really like Latham. I really like Jarvis Brownlee. I like Jalen Harrell. Devondre Sweat's my favorite rookie, man. Them guys, I'm proud of you guys, man. Guys are aggressive, man, for real.
Shout out to Rand Carthon, man. Because if it wasn't for him, we wouldn't have none of these guys, even from the free agents and to the rookies. So Rand, again, thank you, brother. Keep cooking. Sir. We've coined that term, cook Rand. It's been taken and whatnot, but it is what it is.
Yep. Y'all heard it here first. Y'all heard the cook Rand here first. We've been saying that.
It's a lot of stuff that gets said here first that it gets taken and whatever. But it is what it is, man. Hey,
that's right.
What they say, I always duplicated, but never what they say, never emulated.
Yes, right. Often imitated, never duplicated. Yep.
Yeah. And it is what it is.
Yep. And imitation is the greatest form of flattery, too. So
yes, sir. That's why I ain't mad at it, man. Do your thing, man.
That's right. What up, Ocho? What's up, bro? What's happening? What's good, brother? What's happening? So yeah. So
we're gonna go on the next segment, Hawk.
Yes.
So out of the training camp, in your opinion, who has been the best overall player in training camp?
So I've looked around, doing a lot of analysis on things, listening to the radio, listening to the internet, looking at things on the internet, looking at Twitter, just a bunch of things like all the time, like literally eyes is glued on a lot of stuff. The one guy that I think that's doing something great, man, let me show a quick video of this guy, man. Agent Zero with the red shoes, bro. Calvin Ridley, man. Calvin Ridley, especially over the last several days, has really made a mark. D-Hop's out. Traylon Burks been kind of limping lately. What I like is Will Levis and Calvin Ridley are starting to create chemistry. And that's going to be very important. And I really like what Calvin Ridley is out there doing. He's not only doing great, he's also showing the younger guys, because Calvin Ridley's not that young. He's 29 years old, right? So he's showing younger guys how to perform and how to play. And he's also making the DBs better. Calvin Ridley, they're showing clips on him on ESPN, like this in camp. So that lets you know, like, okay, he's really stepping up. I expect a real good season out of Calvin Ridley. He's getting paid pretty well, but I've seen a lot out of Calvin Ridley. And if Calvin's watching the show, man, shout out to you, bro. Man, you keep doing your thing. Stay healthy. You know what I'm saying? If I'd almost tell them to turn the knob down. He's proven his point. He's on the team. He's starting. You ain't got to do much more else, bro. You've done your thing. Let's get on to the season. I've been impressed with Calvin Ridley for me. What about you, Jacques?
I got to second that, man. And I'm gonna tell you, it was hard because they're so competitive and there's so much talent on this team. So I can be like, I can look over here, I can look over there. But overall consistency, because that's what I look for, is consistency, right? It's Calvin. Calvin's been the most consistent receiver. Again, him and Will are still trying to get the chemistry down. I know Will's looking for him on deep balls and everything, but I'm like, Will, don't worry about the deep ball. Just worry about the middle, the intermediate routes, the post, certain things like that. But once they get their chemistry, they can become dangerous because he's going to need Calvin because D-Hop, he's getting a little older and now this is entering his career. This D-Hop goes through cycles where 2 to 3 years he's playing, he's healthy, and then that third year he's kind of off and on when it comes to injuries. It's the wear and tear on him. So it's been definitely Ridley, man. Just he's been the most consistent. Is what I've expected from him because, people try to mess with him and say he fell off. Calvin really did not fall off. And I know it's Jags fans. trying to blame him for everything. But nah, Calvin Ridley most definitely is my most consistent and impressive player in training camp.
For sure, man. For sure. All right, y'all. Okay. Well, listen, we are at our favorite part of the show. We know it's your favorite part of the show as well, too. So we appreciate everybody tuning in. And before we start, listen, if you have not subscribed, man, do that right now. If you haven't followed us yet on Bleacher Report, download the Bleacher Report app. Follow us on Bleacher Report. I'm at Lorenzo_the Hawk, and Jacques is at Jacques Merrill. Follow us. We'll have shows on there as well, too, man. So let's get to the favorite part of the show, man, the live chop up. This is your opportunity, man, to sit at the dinner table, man, chop up the ingredients, ask us questions, man. We're going to fire off these questions, man, and we're going to answer them up, man. So let's get cooking as we do. It's like Rand does, man. Let's cook, bro. Let's cook. Cook,
Yeah.
Rand.
All right, let's talk about real quick the Madden ratings. How much stock do you put in? I don't know, Hawk, if you play Madden or if you played when the last time you played Madden, but I guess Cadario says, when is the last time did we see the new Madden ratings? And they do us bad every year. He says we have one superstar, and that's Big Jeff. What's your thoughts on that?
I think the Madden ratings are. I actually think they are eye-opening. I do. I think there's some substantial thoughts in Madden. So I think they have the best player on our team is L'Jarius Sneed on Madden. Sparingly I play sometimes. My kids play Madden. Sometimes I might, every so often, not a whole lot. I used to play Madden all the time. So, I think they have L'Jarius is that if not, somebody show us, who has the highest rating or whatever. And if you look at from a roster standpoint, he probably is our best player at his position, L'Jarius Sneed, right? L'Jarius Sneed is probably the top 3 corner in the league. So, but there was a lot of players that was low. In particular, Will Levis. Do y'all know how bad a 72 is for a starting quarterback? 72 is terrible. So there's those that have thinking, Will is this and things like that. Like 72 is low, bro. So I think there's only one other starting quarterback, and that's Daniel Jones with the Giants at 71. They're the 2 lowest quarterbacks. So if anything, what Madden should do, okay, we're saying Madden ratings for us, they do us bad every year. You know why? Because we haven't been good.
Mm-hmm.
We haven't been good. So we can't be mad at that. We can't be mad at the low rating. So what it should do is motivate. I'm a 72. Cool. I'm going to prove that wrong, right? I saw some other players in the 70s, right? So if you don't like that, I get it. So it does play into him. It does. Players look at that. So a short nugget for me, I was many years ago when I played college football, I was in NCAA football. So when you look at your ratings, you're like, damn, that's what they think of me for real? So yeah, I think it does. So, they do us bad because we're not good. We got to get better. So what about you, Jacques?
I mean, again, like you said, I think the Titans are like that, like, I think we talked about this before. The Titans are like that employee that they got potential, they can do it, but they just so inconsistent. They need to work here. They need to get here. With us being not consistent is really hurt us in the long run, and us making certain decisions and everything. So we kind of get left in an afterthought about a lot of things from the media, from Madden. And like you said, what we need to do is we need to go out there and just shut up. And I know the Titans are like, you know what? We just gonna prove them wrong. I think it's sometimes as fans too, we need to take that mentality. And I've always taken that mentality, man, when I played. Now is it just in life. If you're gonna count me out, that's cool. Count me out, but trust me, I'm gonna put in the work and I'm gonna prove you wrong by saying, okay, I'm gonna make you give me a 75 or 80 or 82 or 83. I think we will leverage the problem with the world. I think the Titans fans are we're about the only supporters of Will Levis right now. There's a couple of people that's catching on and getting on the bandwagon, but I think what Will needs to do is just go out there and do it, man. Just go out there and prove it, man. Don't worry about the noise, cut out the noise, whatever. Just play with your actions. People will be like, well, he threw a lot of touchdown passes. That's not going to do it. CJ Stroud threw a bunch of touchdown passes. CJ Stroud took his team to the playoffs. Will, just work. Just do your thing, bro. So that's my thing when I look at Madden. Madden's have been a joke for a while anyway. Shout out to NCAA. So if y'all ain't played NCAA, man, I haven't hopped on the game in a minute. I had to get on there and play NCAA. NCAA cold, bro. Like, just hands down. NCAA, They did their thing. Matt can take some pointers from NCAA and just look at it from like that. So that's my thought. Madden's a joke, but I understand why they do it. And yeah, EA Sports, I'm clowning on your game, bro. Y'all get one thing right and y'all mess up the other. So let's see here. Ocho says, what are the key players that need to take it to the next level besides the obvious Levis and Burks? Hawk, who do you think needs to take it? That's a great question. Who do you think needs to take it to
Man,
the next level?
I got the answer 1000%. Whether you all agree with me or not, it's easy for me. It's easy.
Mhm.
He wears number 98. It's Jeffrey Simmons. It's on him. Take it to the next level. You're healthy. You're paid, right? You have no issues in that regard, right? You got a 380-pound nose tackle beside you, right? That's going to eat up 2 blockers. I expect Jeffrey Simmons to step it up. Is he a hell of a player? Absolutely. Can he be better? Absolutely. When I see a lot of top 10 defensive linemen in the league, when people put rankings out, I don't see his name on there, bro. I don't. And then I look at the top 10 that's ahead of him. I'm like, well, I get it. You know, it's not like, oh, he should be 5, he should be 6. Potential-wise, he should be a top 4 defensive tackle, right? But I want Big Jeff to step up this year. He's got the ability. He's got to get it. He's got to get it together. Hopefully, from a coaching standpoint, the defense as well of how aggressive we are this year, we're gonna be a better defense. I think the Titans could be top 10 to top 12 of a defense this year. I think we could creep up there. I wouldn't be shocked if we were a top 10 defense. I think the only thing that could hurt us if we don't score enough points on offense and we're on the field all day. But I think if we're able to be just decent on offense with the defense that we have, and I think a big portion of that will be because of Jeffrey Simmons stopping the run and controlling to where we can get some sacks. So I'm looking for 98 to step up to that next. I want to see that next level. When you look at Chris Jones, he's up. Chris Jones is up there, dog. He's up there. But then you got the Quinnen Williams. You got those guys. You got other guys that's ahead of him right now. You know, I want him to get to that level, man. So what about you, Jacques?
I want Dylan Radunz and Nicholas Petit Ferrer to step it up. I need them to step it up because it's important for them to step it up for the success of the offense and the success of Will Levis. Like you said with Jeffrey, those two, specifically Dylan Radunz, one hasn't really been healthy, and two, when he's been healthy, he's been a healthy scratch. Hopefully, under this new regime, he's learned technique, he's learned the game, and he can get in there and actually play at a high competitive level. We've seen him do it, especially that 49ers game that year he played. But I need them to step it up. And Nicholas Petit Ferrer, I'm talking to you as well. You had your issue. Again, that's the past. I don't judge you off your past, but now you're back. We need you to step it up as well. So those are the two for me, man.
Gotcha, bro. Gotcha, man.
Ocho comes with another great question. He says, what do y'all think about the preseason matchup with the 49ers? Who should play? Who should sit? Hulk, what do you think about the matchup? Now let's say this. What do you think about the matchup one, and then the two part is who should play, who should sit?
When it comes to the preseason, it's not so much a matchup with the team. So I don't think it's a matchup. It's a matchup within your own team, right? You're really playing against yourselves, right? Because the team is not going to show what they're going to do in a regular season, right? So I don't know what the 49ers are going to come. I don't know if Brock Purdy and them guys are going to play. I don't care. What I care about right now is who's going to play for us, right? And how's that's going to work out. I think everybody should play. I think everybody should have at least one series or two series because we are an unproven football team. There's not anybody on our offense except for D-Hop, in my opinion, that coming into from last year that's proven themselves. Everybody needs to be on the field. And I rarely say that, but I say that because, again, on offense, defense, we just, maybe Jeffrey Simmons could sit out, maybe. But outside of that, people need to be on the field. We don't have surefire starters, superstars. We don't have that. We got a lot of unproven young guys and a lot of old washed up guys that's got to prove themselves, right? So everybody needs to be on the field, at least two series, and then you start bringing in the second string and the third string. That's who I think should play. Everybody except maybe D-Hop. What about you, Jacques?
I say everybody. D-Hop ain't gonna play anyway. I think he's hurt. Right. But yes, I agree to one. You know how I feel about the preseason. I think we're a little bit different on the preseason. I think what you do in the preseason carries over into the Regular season, Patrick Mahomes and that first team offense tends to start. So I think I'm with everybody, and this is consistent consensus in the chat and along with you. Everybody needs to start. Everybody needs to get that work. Everybody needs to gel together. Everybody needs to get that chemistry. You just run the risk of people getting hurt, but at the same time, it needs to be done. Like it just is what it is. And you can tell with this new regime, they believe that too. So everybody, nobody ain't no special this, nothing of that. If you can lace up and if you ain't on no maintenance, you playing. It's just that,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
So yep,
Facts.
I agree 100%.
Yep.
The official TY says, what do y'all think Levis needs to show this year for him to be looked at as the guy? Oh,
So you all have You all have heard of the eye test, right? The eye test, right? I think that is actually going to be a big part of knowing if he's going to be the guy or not, right? Now, does eye test means he's going to throw for 30 touchdowns and 5 interceptions? Absolutely not, because we know that's not going to happen, right? But you know, regardless of the stats, if unless they're just terrible, this will be going into the first game of the season will be his 8th NFL start, okay? So he's almost like a semi-rookie going into next year. Will he make mistakes? Absolutely. But will he learn from the mistakes? Will we see progression going forward every game? If we continue to see progression, then yes, we can still look at him as the possible guy, but I still say he would need at least one more year, right? Because again, he's only started 7 games, okay? So there's not a big sort of a big testing ground for him yet. It will be coming in this year, right? So what I'm looking at for him is for this year, do better every week. Get better. Get better. You know, he wasn't a first round pick. There's a reason why, right? So get better. Get better. Now, if we see him declining, especially rapidly, if we start seeing like Zach Wilson like attributes, things like that, not Sam Donald, Mac Jones type of stuff, or we see that type of play next year, you need to start looking for a quarterback. In the NFL now, man, there's not a lot of time because you as a coach, you're tied to your quarterback. Your quarterback stinks for 2 or 3 years, you are out of a job, sir. So if there's a quarterback in the following draft, if Will is not the guy, you need to start looking. I know that's crazy for me to say, but I'm speaking truth. That's how the world is. That's how the league is. So give him time, give him opportunities. If you see progression, I can see that being the guy as years go on. But what about you, Jacques?
so I'm gonna tell you something that's really opened my eyes. Is just specifically with football. Period, man. Again, I don't know if people have heard coming in the show. My 5-year-old has started football. He started playing contact football, and what I'm learning from that age group, and if you can coach that age group, man, you can coach anything. Okay, is technique and just continue, like you said, learning each practice, each time, each game. Are you getting better? Are you getting better? And I'm seeing it in my son. And I'm like, okay, son, you're getting better. You're getting better. You're getting. It's the same concept with Will. Now, I'm going to add to that, Hulk, consistency. We know he has the tangibles. We know he has the size, the arm, everything that they say. But can he be consistent? Like you said, each game, if he's progressing each game, how many games can we put together where you're consistent? Because that's what makes you great, quote unquote. That makes you the guy, right? Look at CJ Stroud. I'm always going to compare the two because they came out the same draft. CJ Stroud struggled early, but then the consistency started coming through, and that's why he's been able to have the success he's been able to have. I didn't think he was going to be the talent that he was. That's my fault, right? But the system and the consistency. Will Levis seems to be in a better quarterback friendly system than he was last year. But you can tell in the system they make him think a little bit more, and it's a new offense, right? So with this thing, I'm giving him grace because it is a new offense. But by game 6 and 7, you should have picked up everything that you need to pick up, right? Now, if you're good one game, bad the next game, good one game, we've seen that before. Where have we seen that before, right? That's the Titan way. Is being consistently inconsistent. That just is what it is, right? But if he can be consistent at doing something, it gives me confidence. Now, I am 100% with you, Hawk. That is not Brian Callahan. That's not Brian Callahan's quarterback. That's not his quarterback. He has inherited that quarterback. So I guarantee you what's has happened with Callahan is he has a contingency plan. Hey, I see this guy in the 2026 or 2027 draft that I can really work with versus him. I'm going to give him this time to get his stuff together. And if I don't see progression within this time frame, let's start looking at other measures. Grant Carthon, he's a smart guy. He's probably done the same thing. That's my thing, right? And but I must add to this the official TY. Something that we have never had as a Titans organization is something that Rand has already built. Whoever comes in will already have a built product coming in. You already have receivers. Your offensive line should be gelled by then. Your defense is going to be a top 10 defense. So it's like building how they built the San Francisco 49ers. Wink, wink. Brock Purdy just had to come in and just don't F it up. It's the same concept that they're building with the Titans. So, Will, you have everything's in your disposal, my friend. They have flipped this team. This is the fastest I've ever seen a Titans team get flipped from being trash, being almost, if you can make it jail, a playoff team. Now, I'm not getting that far, but on paper, we look good on paper. One of the best receiving corps in the NFL. The NFL is not going to give us credit for it, but I mean, on paper, Calvin really a first rounder, D Hop a first rounder. I don't know where Tyler Boyd went in the draft, but I mean, he's a proven commodity. So you have the weapons. Josh Wiley's coming along. You have the tight ends. You have again, there's no excuses anymore. Once we get the offensive out the way, and you're not being consistent I mean, I'm gonna hate to say this. I can take 2 and 5 going into week 6 or 7. I can take that. I can take maybe 1 and 7. I can take that because if you're progressing, if it's not him who's jacking it up, I'm cool. But if it's him jacking it up, then we need to swap it real fast, right? Because you do want to win games at the end of the day. So that's my thought on it, man.
Gotcha. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So,
we appreciate the questions, y'all. The questions are on fire, y'all.
Exactly. Levis, they throwing numbers out there, and I see what they're doing. I can't really put numbers out there just yet. But hey, keep them coming. Let's see. Ryan says I came in from the BTS. Yeah, hey, how y'all feeling?
Behind the steel curtain. What's happening? What's up, man? We appreciate you joining the show, man.
Hey, absolutely, man. We ain't done the show in a minute, man. About my boy Rudolph. Rudolph, man, I heard he's been consistent in camp. He's been real consistent. Matter of fact, we ought to be asking y'all, hey, what should we expect? We've seen him, right? But he seems like a guy if Will's not gelling, or if he's a contingency plan. If Will gets hurt, or if Will's not gelling, he's a contingency plan. You know what I'm saying? So
yep.
Let me see here.
Yeah, because I think Rudolph and Will Levis, I don't think they cool. I think they got some issues.
You think so?
I think so. That's at least in the clouds, I guess. And I might be wrong.
Right.
But, you know what I'm saying?
Johnny, yeah. Go ahead. You must have got some breaking news, Hawk, because that's
yeah.
So Johnny says, did it concern y'all that Shane Ray JC? Personally, not me. No, because JC's still a rookie. And that's something that JC, we talked about in our draft coverage of him, is he's going to struggle with is those quick outside guys that can get around him because he's so big.
Yeah.
That's one thing he's going to struggle with. But, Shane Ray has come in and, man, he's actually he's been pretty solid too, man.
Yeah.
People to forget, he was a first-round pick.
He was a first-round pick out of Missouri for Denver. He was. Yes, he was.
Yep.
He was. He was a sack machine.
Yep.
And then here's the thing too, y'all. In football in camp, you're not going to win every rep, man. Because that's the guy in front of you is an NFL player too, right? Mm-hmm. You're not going to win every rep. I guarantee you, if you think of some of the most dominant players, I'm sure Ray Lewis would tell you in camp one time he got ran over by a third-string running back. Or Deion Sanders got beat by a third receiver at least one play in his career in camp, right? It happens. You know what I mean? So it's a learning lesson. You know what I mean? So no, not concerned.
Yeah, it's man, like you said, football. I don't think people realize football. You practice, you do all this for a couple of seconds. Again, I'm telling y'all, I'm learning a lot because some stuff I'm about to start doing in the near future. But I am learning a lot, dog. I am learning a lot about coaching and certain things. So I understand. I can understand some things now looking at it on the other side, man. It's weird, dude. Paulie D says, what's your guys' thoughts on punt return? Who they have at punt returner? Is it Cal?
So no, they have Tajay Spears as the punt returner,
Mm,
and uh I didn't
Not
go back and look at
Cal.
the depth chart.
Jackson,
What's
not
that?
Jaquan. Is it Jaquan?
No, I don't think he's starting. I don't think he not unless it's happened today.
Mhm.
I think y'all correct me if I'm wrong. I think Tajay Spears is the punt returner, and Mason. No, Tajay Spears is the kickoff returner. The punt returner is Mason Kinsey. Those are our return guys. So you want to know my answer? I'm
Mhm.
concerned. I'm
Yeah.
concerned. Not that Tajay Spears can't do the job, but I don't want him back there. I
Mm,
don't want my starting running back to be the starting kickoff returner. I don't. And then Mason
got it.
Kinsey's a sure-handed guy. He's not going to score any touchdowns returning the ball. He can catch the football pretty efficient, but I'm not sitting there saying, "Oh, we're straight at punt return either." So I'm
Mhm.
concerned. That's my concern. I'm concerned. What about you, Jacques?
I Ask me at the preseason because I'm going to get to see it who's back there returning punts. So right now I'm not concerned because I want to see what Jaquan Jackson may. I know Tajay Spears might not be the official returner, but I want to see what Jaquan Jackson. My eyes on Jaquan Jackson. I seen what Cal can do. I seen what Mason Rudolph. Jaquan, I want to see what you doing. So I'm not concerned. I'm in observation mode right now. Not
Got you,
concerned.
brother. I
Observation
got
mode.
you. Yes,
Yeah,
sir. Yes,
yeah. So
sir.
that's
Yes, sir.
I'm telling you, I'm approaching this year different, man. There's a reason why I'm doing this. I'm telling you, a lot of my perspective has changed on a lot. The official TY says Malik Willis. So I've heard that Joker has done a whole 360. Preseason, I want to see him run with the twos. I want to see him get a shot with the twos for some reason. I want to see if it's real. Um, if so, you don't want to. It's a good problem to have. You have three good solid quarterbacks. Somebody ain't gonna get to dress out. We get to carry three. So keep Malik for just insurance purposes because he's learning the offense. But you see a difference between when you have a quarterback friendly offense versus a non-quarterback friendly offense. You see how they take advantage, and that's pretty smart. They probably have packages for all three of them. They're like, he's strong here, he's strong here, he's strong here. So
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
sir. What's your thoughts on him?
I think the advantage that Malik Willis has is the fact of the three quarterbacks, he's been here the longest,
Yep.
right? He's been here the longest. And I still, even with Mason Rudolph being here, I think Malik Willis, if situations can occur, I totally agree with him running with the twos. I think he'll
Mhm.
get that chance. I think
I
he will
think
get an opportunity in preseason to go against the twos. And then at
yep.
that point, it'll be on him to prove himself, right? I'm not sitting there saying he can't be the number two quarterback. I'm saying
Yeah.
it's possible because
Me
he's
too.
been here
Yep.
and he has a unique ability about him as far as throwing, running, and those things, right? He has something that the other two may be more similar. He's the most different of the three quarterbacks.
Mhm.
So, I've seen a 360 so far as far what I've seen in camp as well. He looks leaner. He,
Mhm.
he seems like he's always working hard. You know what I'm saying? So for him, it's a matter of getting on the field in the game, show it in the game. When
Mm.
you get those opportunities to make those
Mhm.
throws, make those throws. He has every opportunity to make this team. He's been here. So it's just really on him. If the opportunity comes to him to make the most of it. And I hope he does well. You know what I mean? I hope he
Yep.
does for sure.
Yep. I mean, from the practice they had at the stadium, he looks solid, man. He looks like he knows what he's doing now. And again, remember I told you at the beginning of the off season, it's a clean slate for everybody. Clean slate, new offense. Everybody gets a chance to get a clean slate. Stanley, what up, bro? With
What up,
$10 super,
Stanley?
man. What's up with you, man?
What's good, man? What's happening? Stanley M Town bound. Stanley Wilson. Doo-doo-doo-doo.
Oh,
Stanley Wilson in the building. Hey,
yes,
Stanley, we
sir.
appreciate it, sir.
Yes,
Happy NFL season to you, brother.
yes, sir. Johnny Hubs, I didn't want to skip over your comment, bro. We try to address everybody's comments in our chat and what we do. So he said, "What's your game predictions for the Bears game?" I'm a Titans fan from Chicago. So salute to you, man, from being from Chicago, being a Titans fan in Bears country. Oh, and Johnny, I'm gonna tell you this: we will have one more scheduled prediction show. But it's not going to be an easy game. I will say that because the Bears have a nice defense. That's a theme that you're going to look at this season is the teams we play. Offensively, they might not be the greatest, but defensively,
Facts, bro.
man, Will and
Facts.
company have. This is going to be a great test for them. This is going to be a great test for everybody because you're playing some nice defenses, and it's about to get real
Yep.
tricky. So I think with the Bears game is even though they got Caleb Williams, it's not going to be easy. It's
At
going to be a
all.
close game. I'm not going to give you my prediction on who's going to win or lose. Come back for the last prediction show. But I'm just
Yep.
gonna tell you, it's not gonna be easy. It's not gonna be as easy as
Yeah.
I thought it was gonna be when we did our original schedule show. That's why I told you, Hawk,
Yep.
my whole thought process has changed. But that's my thought. What about you, Hawk?
Yeah, I agree because I had us beating the Bears, right? You know what I mean? But
Me
looking
too.
at the roster that the Bears have right now, there's one guy that's on the team that wears number 31 and knows a little something about the Titans.
KB.
That's Kevin
Mhm.
Byard, right? He's
Mhm.
with the Bears. So the Bears are going to be a tough out because even last year, though they stunk, their defense was still good.
Man,
You
dog.
arguably got the best corner in the league over there in Jalen Johnson, right? He's one of the Bengals say the best. He's top. He's paid like he is. He's one of the best
Right.
in the league. Shut down corner out there. You got Montez Sweat. You got a lot up front even for the Bears. It's a problem. But then I'm shocked. The Chicago Bears have never, ever had a 4,000-yard passer in their entire existence. The Bears have been around longer than every team in the league. They've never had a 4,000-yard passer. So with Caleb Williams, if he's healthy, he's going to get 4,000 yards.
Oh, he
Because,
sure is.
yeah, you look at the receivers that they have with Roma Dunze and Keenan Allen. I mean, that's a hell of a receiving core right there, bro.
Yes, sir.
He's got weapons. Cole Kmet is a hell of a tight end.
Yes,
They got a roster. I am very concerned.
Yep.
Where I wasn't, just like you said, it's going to be a tough out for us, dude, because they're going to be fired. They're going to be ready. John, I think I told you, I might try to go to the game in Chicago.
Yeah.
But then I looked at the ticket prices. Even nosebleeds was $250. So that lets you know Chicago is in right now, bro. They are excited. And that's going to bring a little something for the Bears, man. So I don't know.
Yep.
I don't know.
I agree totally. It's not gonna be a cakewalk. Jay says, "What's your thoughts on Burks?"
Not at all. Not at all.
Well, Jay says, "What's your thoughts on Burks?"
I've been very impressed with Treylon Burks, man. I really have, dude. Let's not forget that Treylon Burks was a first-round pick. You know what I mean? Let's not forget that he was very productive at Arkansas. He was a first-round pick for a reason. And he started out of shape. We try to give him the benefit of the doubt. It is what it is. He's out of shape. He had a lot of problems. You know what I'm saying? And then last year, injury issues. And I actually think concentration issues. He didn't catch the ball well last year either. I think nervousness issues. I just didn't feel like he was himself at all. So I think what I've seen, I'm hoping he's not too hurt because he got hurt today in camp. So hopefully he's okay. But what I've seen out of Treylon Burks, he looks leaner. He looks more confident. As a receiver, it takes 3 years to get it, man. Like, if you're a rookie and you ball in your rookie year, you might be a Hall of Famer as a receiver, man, because that is rare to have, say, a Justin Jefferson as a rookie show out as a rookie or Jamar Chase show out. That's rare. That doesn't happen a lot. It takes about year 3 to figure it out as a receiver. I think he's there. I think Treylon Burks is going to have a decent season. He's going to have I don't think say a great season because we have other receivers. We got Calvin Ridley, we got D-Hop, we got Tyler Boyd. Like, where does he fit in the equation here? But when he gets his opportunities, I think Treylon Burks will do his best. He will have his best year this year. He has to do well. This is his last year on contract. He's got to do well. So I'm high on Treylon Burks right now. I say bye, Treylon Burks. What about you, Jacques?
Man, I've always believed in Treylon, man. People don't believe him, but scout him in college. He just came in out of shape. He's just out of shape. And now, like you said, he looks more linear. He looks more confident, but he doesn't have any big pressure on him either. Remember, when he came in, he was almost like the number one receiver, right? Now you got Calvin Ridley, D-Hop, Tyler Boyd. So I can kind of just sit back from them and learn. And I don't have the biggest pressure and the biggest monkey on my back to say, hey, I got to perform. Now you just got to get in there and contribute when you need to contribute. And when you do, you need to just make it do what it do. So again, does he love football? That's my thing. When I look at Treylon, sometimes it's just like a job to him. I'm like, hey, man, you got to love football, dog. Just love football and do what you got to do. So I think if he can find the love for football and have fun, then I think he can do his thing, man. So
yes, sir. For sure, dude. For sure, bro.
Ojo says, what y'all think about the tight ends? He says, will they benefit from the offense and how's Chig doing? I can kick us off, Hawk. I've actually been more impressed with Whyle than Chig. And I thought me and Hawk have talked about Whyle when we drafted him, the potential that he has. He was just a rookie and he happened to get hurt. But I've been more impressed with Wiley than Chig. Chig, I think what go back to what we talked about earlier. Somebody else that needs to step up is Chig. Chig needs to
Facts.
step up as well. He has the potential to do it, but if he don't, Wiley gonna take that spot, man. And Wiley, the way he's building confidence, man, Wiley got good height on him and everything, and nice speed. So that combination, and they're gonna let me answer the second part. They're gonna fit right in with this offense. Trust me. They're going to be used more as almost receivers, like another receiver versus a tight end. Because again, when I look at the Cincinnati offense, it was the same thing. They use their tight ends almost like receivers, and they lean like receivers too. What about you, Hawk?
That's facts, no paper. Donovan, you're right about DJ Moore with the Bears. How did I forget about DJ Moore? Good gracious, right? All right,
Squad,
so
bro.
yeah, man. So when I think about the tight end position for our team, we haven't had two good tight ends on our team ever at one time, ever. It's always been one primary tight end, and we've had, Frank Wycheck and Delaney Walker. Those are pretty damn good tight ends. You've had other tight ends throughout the years or whatever, but I think Chig could be a very good tight end this year. He has all the ability. And then with Wiley, hopefully Wiley can stay healthy, you know what I'm saying? Because he tore his knee last year. So hopefully, so far for what we've seen, Josh Wiley's out there making plays in camp. The way that our offense will be set up, it looks like we're not going to be much of a running team. We're going to be more of a passing team. So I think it's going to really bode us well for both tight ends to do well. So I think, again, as I mentioned early in the show, we are just different. We're different. So you got two tight ends. They're both going to play a lot. Both of them are going to be on the field at the same time. They're going to be very important to our offense. And a lot of times when you're a young quarterback like Will Levis, that's your first option is tight end. Now you got two guys that can get open and things. So I think Wiley's still unproven. He still got to prove, as far as what he do. I know what Chig can bring, but I think Chig can be better. He has to be better. He has to be better. I think he can be better. I think he can. I think he wants to be better. So we'll see what's up, man.
Right. What up, King guys? What up? What up? What up? What up?
King Isaac in the building.
Blaze
So we'll go,
says
y'all. We'll go a few more questions, y'all. Hey, first of all, we appreciate the questions. Love the questions. Love them.
Yep. So, and again, Donovan, you're right. That red zone offense, I think, is where it's going to really play a key factor. And like you said, Hawk, I don't think we're going to run the ball as much as and that's going to be a new change for Titans fans, period, because we're used to seeing the ball ran a lot.
Yep.
And we're going to throw the ball a lot. So again, in Titan South, I hope he's the next Gronk. He has the size to do it.
Dog.
But that's big pressure, man. That's big pressure.
Yeah.
He said Josh Wiley the next Gronk. That's big pressure, man.
If he's the next Gronk, we would see that right. We would see that right.
We would have seen that.
You know
early.
what I
mean? Right.
Yeah.
You would have seen that, or you kind of know. You can kind of separate the stars from the system guys. I call them system guys, right?
Right.
Again,
Gronk is arguably the best tight end in the history of the league, man. Gronk was unbelievable.
He just couldn't stay healthy. That was the problem. He just couldn't stay healthy. How about T Sweat? Man, T Sweat is as advertised. He is as advertised. That Joker, if he can click, which I know he will, and that's why I said I'm in observation mode when it comes to preseason. If I see him doing this in preseason, we got us something. We got an all-pro, all-rookie something. Like he's gonna get something.
That's right, dude. That's right.
I talk about the defense real quick, bro?
Go for it.
This defense is about to be amazing. I don't really think we realize what's about and shout out to, is it Denard Wilson, our defensive coordinator?
Absolutely. Yes, sir. Mr. Aggressive, Coach Aggressive.
Yes, sir. Everybody seems to love him. That's why Quandre Diggs ended up picking the Titans, because he wants to play for them. That's why Jamal Adams picked the Titans. I don't think he's going to be around long, y'all. Just get ready, because the way this defense is set up, oh my God, this defense is about to be freaking amazing. And we have dogs now. We have dogs. Remember, we always talked about we wanted dogs on the defense. We had Jeffrey Simmons. That was the only really dog we had. Now we got some dog. We got T Sweat. We got Jamal Adams, who likes to talk trash. You got Quandre Diggs, who's going to bring that hit stick. You got your boy Williams from Miami, who's going to bring that hit stick. You got L'Jarius Sneed, who talks trash and who has a swag about him. That we have dogs and swag. That's what I've always wanted in our defense, in our team, period. We got it. we got it, man. So shout out to T Sweat. Let's see. What is the next move for the Titans to make? We need depth on the offensive line. What you think, Hawk?
Facts. We need depth on the defensive line too. We
do.
need depth, man.
We
need depth at linebacker. We need that linebacker. We do.
Y'all, we do. But I do like the linebacker core. Kenneth Murray, again, is another one. I know people trashed him, but he was a former first-round pick who still has that dog, and he's a dog too. Now, we're going to see how he does in preseason, but he has the potential. What he sounds like he's doing, he's ahead of the rookie. Him and Jack Gibbons, they see something. So, again, I like what Kenneth's doing. He got that dog.
Yep.
He got that swag to him. Pass rusher.
One thing, and the one, yeah, that's fact. And the one thing about Kenneth Murray, Jacques, I think the one thing that if I'm him that I would appreciate is the opportunity, right? There wasn't much competition to come in here and start as a linebacker. They pretty much had that on a silver platter for the most part, right? Kenneth Murray has a lot of speed. He reminds me a lot of Al Shahir. He really does. He reminds me of him. But to your point, it remains to be seen. I gotta see it. I gotta see it. He has the ability. He's got the ability. He did not perform well with the Chargers. He underperformed for the Chargers. And I think the Chargers had a great defensive line up front that could have allowed him to do something good. But we'll see. We'll see.
I'm with you. I'm in observation mode. I really can't tell you how I like because I've been here before, right? We've been here before. We've been in this, not with this team, but we've been here before where we're saying, we're excited to see this player. I need to see it in preseason. Because preseason really gonna tell me what I see, right? Specifically with the offensive line. But I need to see it with everybody that needs to go. So Carl Lawson. I keep hearing Carl Lawson's name, and somebody else on Twitter was talking about Carl Lawson to the Titans. I don't know. Somebody was saying something about it. It would be nice. It wouldn't surprise me because the way Rand's been moving money to the side to sign these people to 1-year deals. If they brought in Carl Lawson, man, I mean, it's just you just adding to your deck then, man. I don't know what to tell you. We're just at the point. We just need the offense to do something.
Yeah.
Let me see. He says Malik's gonna
We'll go maybe one or two more questions, y'all.
Cadero said I need somebody like CJ2K. We're gonna find out. He said Dre Day says Malik gonna shine in preseason this year. He's been playing a lot better. Yeah, I agree. He's been playing a lot. That's why I said I would like to see him with the twos. I don't think he'll get a chance with the ones, but he might if they've seen enough in Will Levis in preseason 2. But if he goes out with the ones and he's doing something, he done picked it up pretty fast, man. Donovan said, I think with this defense, most of the pressure is going to come from the stunts and blitzes giving whistles. Yes, I agree.
Yes, of course. Absolutely. He's already doing that in camp. That's exactly what he's doing in camp.
Wilson's not scared. He's not scared to send a linebacker because we have the corners to do that. You need man corners to when you're running stunts and blitzes with your linebackers, you need corners that can keep up with man to man. I think that's why they've tailored this defense like they've tailored it. But yeah, Dre, you're 100% right. Coaching is the difference. And again, if we see a difference, this should have happened a long time ago.
That's facts.
Like Hawk said, we'll take one more question, y'all, and we'll get up out of here, man.
Yep.
But yeah, this team is different, man. It's definitely different. Again, my perspective on football has changed. Hawk and like I told you, bro, and I tell you,
what's made it change, Doc? What's made it change?
So again, man, my son, just seeing how the inception and fundamentals of football is done. Sometimes you forget that when you've played at the Pee Wee level, middle school, high school, college, whatever, however far you've gotten. And when I'm looking at how coaching is done, I can understand certain things from a different perspective and technique and I'm looking at more of the technical part about football now versus how I was back in the day, if that makes sense, right? Hand placement, blocking. I'm learning things about offensive line. I'm learning things about defensive line. Hawkeye, I'll tell you later what's going on. But there's a reason why my perspective has just changed. It's about just football period. And it's just
Yeah.
different, man. Just different. Let me see.
And that's
Let me
gonna
see.
as you continue to get get older and your kid gets
Uh-huh.
older, man. It's gonna continue because and
Yes.
you'll be and you already doing it with your son and things like that. But man, I'm gonna tell you that's something that I really enjoyed. Training my boys. When they were in
Yeah.
school and things, and teaching them
Yeah.
receiver DB and things like that, and seeing it
Yeah.
like that. Yeah, man. So I understand, dude. That's awesome, dude.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Young
it's
JJ
again,
in the
it's,
building, bro.
yeah,
Hey,
man. Little
what you
man.
gotta do? If you have clips or anything, you gotta bring it to the show, bro.
Oh yeah, man. I'm gonna have to put him on there, bro. I'm gonna have to clown him sometimes.
Yeah, I got you,
Most
dude.
definitely. I'm gonna have to get him.
Yeah.
Last question, record predictions. Now, Ocho, let me tell you, brother. We do a last how should we say this, Hawk? We do a scheduled show of our own. We did one with Bleacher Report. That was kind of just impromptu. We did it quick. But we're gonna give you another one with our predictions because we had one set of predictions and mine's have totally changed. Hawk, I don't know about yours, but my predictions have changed. And I think I told you this when training camp come along, they were going to change. I wanted to see some stuff first, but I'm getting a clear picture of how I think we are. So just hold off, Ocho. I'll give you
Yep.
my predictions when we do our schedule show. And then
Yep.
when you do, boom.
Yep.
Let me
And the
see. Hold on.
schedule show normally happens the week between the last preseason game and the first regular season game. It's
Yep.
always within that week. So just stay
In that
tuned.
week.
Stay
Yep.
tuned.
Hey, Donovan, I seen St. Brown, hey, and how he has raised
Yep.
his boys. I'm pinching a lot of little stuff from different things and I'm seeing, and I seen something like that to get them done early. So trust me. And ironically, my son is playing DB, the same position I played. So it's a little bit more easier to kind of get in there and teach them certain things.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and he's picked up little habits that I've done just playing around. So, man, yeah. So those definitely. Hey, we appreciate you, bro. We
Oh, Cho,
appreciate.
we appreciate it, bro. Thank you,
Hey, we
sir.
appreciate that.
Thank you, brother. Thank you, sir. Thank you, man. Thank you.
Hawk, I
Cool.
think we can go ahead and close it out, bro.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, man. Well, I want to give a special shout out, man, to those that was on the super chat, man. Titan South and Stanley Wilson, man. Hey, we appreciate the super chats tonight, man. We appreciate that. And of course, in the future, for anyone that throws that super chat, of course, we're going to put your question above everybody. So just always keep that in mind. So
Hawk,
listen,
before you go, Tosei came with the last one. What do you think about the wide receiver core, real quick?
that Toaster's family, Memphis family in the building. What's
Yes,
up?
sir.
Yes, sir. What's up? That's my cousin, man. What's that? What did he say?
What do you think about the
What,
receiving core?
I think our receiving core is great and underrated. What about you, Jacques?
I agree. One of the best
Yep.
we've ever had. I'll just say that.
Yep.
As
Yep.
a collective,
Yep.
productivity, some of the best we've ever had. All right, you can take us home, Hawk. I just want to get that last question.
All right, so listen, y'all. We want to say thank you all for tuning in to the show, man. We really appreciate that, man. You all know we're about to start cooking the season zone, man. We got shows coming through on YouTube, Bleacher Report, Apple Podcasts, you name it. We are in those internet streets. You know what I mean? So we want to say again, thank you all for tuning in, man. If you're not subscribed, please do that. You can check us out on Bleacher Report as well. You just click on the Titans. We are the official Bleacher Report podcast for the Tennessee Titans, the official. So check us out. We have shows there as well. Hey, we appreciate all that you do, man. Hey, if you want to follow us on Instagram, you can follow us at Tennessee Titans Weekly. We're on Twitter at Titans Weekly 24/7. We're on Apple. We're on Spotify. We are in those internet streets, Shop.
Yes, sir. And again, thank y'all for participating in the show because without y'all, we wouldn't really have a show. So we really appreciate y'all, man. Keep bringing the heat. Of course, like Hawk said, we're gonna keep bringing y'all content. And again, man, let's get to a positive season. Let's get to this first preseason game, man. If you're gonna be at the game, salute to y'all. I might not be there, but I know for the regular season, I'm definitely gonna be there. But hey, again, salute to the Titans. And if y'all haven't been keeping up, they do have a Twitter video of the new stadium getting built in live action. So that, and me and Hawk live in Nashville. Hawk, you're downtown. You see the progression of it every day. I've seen the progression. They're progressing very, very well. So again, shout out to the Titans. Shout out to the Weekly family. And Hawk, take us away, man.
All right, man. Well, listen, we hope you all have a great rest of your week. Let's see the Titans beat the 49ers in the preseason, man. Let's get some of our players to get better, man. Constantly building, man. So, as we always say and as we always do, Jacques,
No paper.